Hey there, this is Lee Stranahan. I'm down in Louisiana where just in a couple of days the Senate race is going to happen, Mary Landrieu versus Bill Cassidy, and it looks like Landrieu is going to lose, and the Democrat Party down here has gotten very desperate. So I was down here working with the Black Conservatives Fund, and on Monday they held a press conference. There were some protesters. This is how desperate the Democrats are. There were protesters outside, so I went up to ask them a few questions.
Mary, if you're with her.
Oh, she's with us in spirit.
What? Look, I'm sorry, what you said?
No, don't answer. Don't answer.
Don't answer?
So you can see that woman cut off the conversation. So I decided to ask her, why was she doing that? Seems sort of anti-free speechy to me.
I'm with Mary.
So your job is to tell them not to talk, right?
Dr. Double Bill. Dr. Double Bill.
Right? Or,
Double Bill.
Are you hassling me?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you hassling me?
No.
I think you are.
I'm exercising my First Amendment rights, too.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry, don't touch my camera.
Okay, well, that's really anti-free speech. You'll notice that a woman hit my camera. Let's watch that again.
It's fine.
I'm sorry, don't touch my camera.
Okay, so the woman that you see hitting the camera there, her name's Kirsten, and she's actually the Director of Communications for the entire Louisiana Democrat Party here. So she's not just some low-level staffer. She's the Director of Communications for the whole party. She doesn't seem to communicate very well, does she? So she seemed very interested in whether I had worked with James O'Keefe.
Do what? What is your goal for this weekend?
Well, I do a lot of things, but I do video.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So and you work with James O'Keefe, right?
I know James.
You know James, though.
But I've never worked with him.
Okay, why not?
Again, kind of a weird reaction, right? She asked me about, I've never worked with James, but I like him, I'm friends with him. And then she said something about James, very interesting. Listen to this.
Mr. O'Keefe, for what he does.
I like a lot of his work, yeah.
Going in and illegally wiretapping a Senate office. That's
No, I think that story's been gotten wrong.
Now, I tell her that a lot of people have gotten the story wrong, including her. James never illegally wiretapped anybody. And she knew I was recording her, which means that what she said was libel. It's defamatory. You can't accuse somebody of a crime publicly. He's a public figure. James O'Keefe, well-known public figure. So James, now it's Thursday, and James did a press conference about how he was arrested here a few years ago, and there was prosecutorial misconduct, he's alleging. He's going to be filing suits. He's going to be asking for them to be disbarred, the attorneys who did it. And when I showed him the video that you just saw, James noticed, of course, that there was defamation against him.
Yeah.
Going in and illegally wiretapping a Senate office. That's
So James and I took a trip to the Louisiana Democrat Party headquarters. Here's what happened.
So we're standing outside the Louisiana Democratic Party, and we're about to ask for a retraction. One of their communications directors, Kirsten, said that I had done all types of felonies. Turns out none of that was true. We filed complaints today with the Department of Justice and the U.S. Attorney's Office, so we're going to hopefully get a correction here. Kirsten? Hi. James O'Keefe. Would you mind correcting the fact that you said I committed a felony? We filed complaints today with the Department of Justice and ethics complaints with the DOJ. You slandered me, and are you willing to correct that? Could you please correct your statement that I committed a felony, ma'am? Could you please correct your statement I committed a felony? We're going to get all these U.S. attorneys disbarred for their conduct. We filed more complaints against all three. If you're not willing to correct the record, then we're going to sue you for defamation, slander per se. Ma'am? Ma'am, massive corruption in the Department of Justice here in Louisiana. They all resigned in disgrace. And you're part of it if you don't correct the record. We're asking you to apologize or you're going to face a defamation lawsuit. Kirsten.
It's Ali. You can turn around.
We are going to sue you for defamation. It's simple. All you have to do is apologize. There's no felony. Well, she doesn't want to apologize. She walked away from us. I mean, this is an example of the type of corruption here in Louisiana. It's very simple. There was no felony. We filed complaints, ethical complaints with the Department of Justice. We want these people brought to justice. And the Democratic Party of Louisiana needs to answer for the corruption. They need to apologize. We're asking for a presidential pardon here, and we expect nothing less than a full apology, or there will be a defamation lawsuit.